What is up, guys? Luke Callahan, the Disc Golf Kid here, and I'm joined by a good friend of mine, Kyle Wanzapfel, or the Kid Disc Golfer on YouTube. Today we're going to be talking a little more about that beginner part of disc golf that my channel is mainly focused on, but I haven't been doing a good job of keeping up with. So this is my friend Kyle. You started disc golf when?
I started disc golf of August of 2018.
Okay, so almost a year. So not a complete newbie, but a little more of a beginner than I am. So we're going to be asking him some questions, a little bit of an interview type video to help some beginners. I'm going to ask him some stuff that helped him when he was starting disc golf. So my first question is, what was like the first tip that really helped you get more distance?
So first tip that really helped me get more distance was when I would do my reach back, I would really try to reach fully back, because when I was doing my reach back, it was like this. So I'd really try to reach far back so I can maximize my distance.
Okay. Do you have any other tips, or is that just the main one?
I mean, most likely for me, it was just really getting the disc to pull out nice and flat and straight,
right,
and make sure my run-up was nice and smooth and clean.
Okay. Was there anything that someone better than you tried to help you with that didn't really help you?
So what people would normally do is that when they tell you, when you get on your last step of your footwork, they tell you to have your foot facing straight away from the basket, and that didn't help me so much. So when I did it, I ended up having it to where my feet was off to the side, so it's easier for me to pull through at the right release angle, so it pulls out nice and straight.
Okay, that's a good one. And what made you start getting into disc golf? Like, what persuaded you to start playing?
My dad started playing and thought it was a fun sport, so I came out and gave it a shot, and now I fell in love with it.
Yeah. And do you have a tip that you could give somebody else that would really like make other people like the sport, like to grow the sport? What would you say?
Honestly, if I could say anything to maybe help you like improve your game or really get you more into it, I'd just say practice. Just practice as much as you possibly can.
All right, that's a good one. All right, guys, so my next question for Kyle is, what discs would you recommend for a beginner, and what disc did you have when you first started playing?
So most people, when they started out playing, they decided to go with most of you would decide to go with a high-speed driver, say as a Colossus, a Destroyer, a Katana, like these 13, 14-speed drivers. Yep. But they don't work, for me, they didn't work out well for me because I didn't have the arm speed to do it. So when I started out throwing, I started out with a Wraith, and that didn't work out too well for me until I picked up the Discraft Buzz. This Buzz it's a 4-speed, so you wouldn't think it goes that far, but when you start out, your arm speed isn't as fast as, say, a person who's been playing for 5-10 years. Yep. So it works better for you, and you're actually able to get more distance than a higher speed driver with your current arm speed if you're throwing lower speed drivers.
That's a good answer. And so, what discs did you first start playing with?
So I started playing with the Wraith, Buzzes, and maybe a T-Bird here and there. Right. But I really focused on a lot of T-Birds, Buzzes, and I throw the occasional low-speed distance drivers just to get that extra ounce of distance. Right.
So for me, I first started playing with a Starlight Wraith. If you're first starting, you want something very flippy because the stable stuff's not going to work. So go to your local shop and say, I need something flippy. I first started with a Starlight Wraith, and it was too stable for me when I got it, and then I just kept beating it in. And then I loved it. I fell in love. So, all right, Kyle, so can you tell us a little bit about your growth in disc golf?
So I started playing maybe August of last year. Yep. And it was a bit of a rough start. When I first started playing my first few rounds, I fell in love because it was this new sport that I've never heard of. But after putting in some consistency, and once I was not able to like throw good after watching these pros, it was frustrating. So all I did is most people, what you would do is you'd have the urge to quit if something's too hard for you, but I kept it up just because I love it so much. So now that I've been playing for almost a year, I'm definitely very glad I've been keeping it up because it's helped me improve so much, because even you can't expect on the first round to go out and throw 400 feet.
Exactly.
It doesn't work. So once you got to build yourself up there. So once you end up getting there, some of these milestones that you hit, they feel awesome to hit, like throwing a 400-foot shot or hitting your first ace. They make you feel really good, and they make you really want to continue the game. But even even those parts where you shoot maybe a 20 over round and you feel really bad after going home, you just gotta persevere and keep going through it.
That's a great answer, actually. So, what tips would you have for someone to like keep going and not quit?
So let's say you go out, you play around, and let's say you don't shoot your best round. You shoot maybe 15 or 18 over.
Yep.
Now that's not. It's good. I don't know what to say. It's probably normal for you to maybe shoot that if you're first beginning, but all you got to do is you got to keep practicing. The first thing I definitely recommend is if your putting is not good, you got to get a putting basket.
Yep.
A putting basket will help you improve so much.
Or just go out to your local course. Sorry to interrupt. Go out to your local course a lot, because if you can't throw that distance and you've been practicing and you just can't figure out how to do it, learn a good solid putt and it'll just improve your game so much.
Yeah, when I first started, my putting was I couldn't putt, and it just felt weird. And I've gone through so many different putting methods, but all you got to do is you got to keep trying, you got to keep looking, you got to keep practicing. You just got to find one that works for you, and once you find it, drill it over and over and over. You got to have it become a habit. You got to do it in your sleep.
And the main thing there is to learn with putting, in my opinion, is don't find a putter that you like the flight. I mean, it's good to like the flight. Find a putter that you fall in love with the feel to, because if you like the feel, then you're gonna like to putt, and it's just really important to like to putt. All right, so that's gonna do it, guys. Thank you for watching the video. If you want to, make sure to go check out Kid Disc Golfer on Instagram and on YouTube.
Yep.
Hasn't posted a video on YouTube, but he's working on it. He's got some editing going, editing a lot of videos right now. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, comment, do all that. I try to respond to all the comments, and most of the time if you comment a video idea, I reply to it and try and make that video. So thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.